Hey Leo, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at a bit of everything, okay? So I will be pulling some general energy. We will also be looking at career, finances, and money, um, and job. I'm getting myself so confused today. But we also will pull a few cards or a card for your health, your physical reality, and then we'll move over into love as well, okay? But I do just want to let everyone know that if you leave a comment on one of my videos, you will go in the draw for that free personal reading. We're getting really close to being able to draw that, guys. So only about 7 more subscribers, and then we'll be drawing that competition, so to speak. And hopefully everyone's got their entry in by commenting on one of the videos, and we'll be able to draw that soon. So make sure you like and subscribe as well, guys. But today I do have 3 decks that I'm using today. So firstly, I do have the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. I also am using the Red Hand Lenormand as our main deck. And I also have the Romantic Fairy Love Oracle here as well. All right, so getting straight on into that for you, Leo. Okay. What's going on for Leo? What's going on in the world of Leo? Okay, we do have the Bats in the Belfry card coming through. Belfry? I don't know. You can achieve great things. That's the main message. We don't care about how we say that word. We care about, Leo, you can achieve great things. So it does look like we're at a time, Leo, where you are actually in a very high manifestation zone. So you are going to be able to start manifesting all the positive things that you do want in your life. We are sort of coming out of the end of Leo's season, not long now, guys, but it's always a really great time for you to be manifesting all those things that you do desire out of this world, and you can achieve great things. So, stop telling you. I want to say here, Leo, stop telling yourself that you can't, because you definitely can. Okay, but we'll grab a couple of cards to clarify that for you. Okay, Leo. What's going on in the world of Leo? Very interesting, continuation of that message there, because firstly, we do have the ship energy, all right, but I do want to straight away sort of show you that it's coming from this mice energy as well. So the mice energy does talk about, things that are eating away at us in the back of our mind. It may be things that we thought we had lost in the past. It's talking about these using the things that you have lost in the past. I want to say for some of you, using the things that you have lost hope in the past to actually help you start new journeys and start traveling towards the things that you actually want. Okay, so leaving these losses in the past and moving forwards into new energy and stirring up new fortune for yourself. Okay, so it's kind of that energy of, I'm feeling that the mouse energy is there mostly just to let us know that, yeah, there has been some stuff in the past that you've lost, or you feel that you might have had stolen from you in the past. But for some of you, it's really, those things that have been eating away at you. I want to say, for some of you, it's ideas that have sort of eaten away at you for a while now, and you've kind of lost hope in those things ever actually coming into fruition. Um, I'm not reading the mouse as a negative. It is one of the more negative inclined cards, but it's not actually coming through as a negative. It's the sort of negative that we're seeing in that card there, because that card it does have a more a darker sort of look to the card, right? it does look a little bit more gloom and doom, but then it's actually a really positive message. Like, you can achieve great things. Okay, so it's kind of that self-doubt that shines through in the imagery. That it might look like it might seem to you as though it's doom and gloom. It may seem like there's no hope left, but then there's this great message of you can achieve great things. So, it's seeing through the gloom and being able to see that even if you feel as though you may have lost hope in something, that there's still a lot of possibility that can come from that. And same as this mouse energy, that I'm getting a similar energy. It's like dressed in a negative card, but the message that's coming through is actually quite positive, letting you know that don't lose hope, like don't lose that hope. It's eating away at the back of your mind for a reason. Whatever, I feel like for a lot of you it's an idea that's kind of been ruminating in the back of your mind, and you've kind of lost hope that you'll ever actually be able to achieve that. Whereas it's letting us know that you will be able to achieve these things. It's ruminating in the back of your mind for a reason, and now we're at a period where all your ships are coming in. You may need to start the journey of actually, bringing this out of the past, and actually start the journey of, renewing your hope for that thing, for renewing hope in yourself that yes, you can achieve these things. So it's starting a journey within yourself, I feel, but looking at it as though it's an adventure to get yourself from these negatives to the positives. All right. So whatever the negatives are in your past energy there, whatever the negatives are that you keep telling yourself of why I can't do this, start focusing on why you can do this. And then, you will sort of start that journey and have that great adventure where all your ships do come in, full steam ahead sort of thing. And you will actually start to be able to achieve those things for yourself, Leo. So I do feel as though it's just that sort of message to let us know that don't lose hope. Don't just see all the doom and gloom side of things. Really start the journey of twisting that and finding the light in the gloom, because, gloom is not darkness. It's just, dark and dreary. It's what we show ourselves. But here comes Leo with, you guys are the sun card, so you guys can light the way, all by your very own. Okay, so you are the light, Leo, and allowing yourself to sort of believe it, and clear out that muck, clear out all that gloom just by being, that beautiful Leo self you are. All right, so very interesting, Leo, very interesting message to get us started there. But we'll have a look at your job, career, and finances. I will be pulling one for your present energy there and one for the near future energy. All right. So, Leo, job, career, and finances for our Leos, please. And near future for Leo with job, career, and finances. Okay, so the current energy we've got here is the garden card. Okay, so that really does talk about, social stuff. It's a very sociable card. So for a lot of you, there may be a present need to be a little bit more socially involved with your workplace, and also with your, financial situations. So that can talk about meetings and propositions and, all those sorts of things as well. Events being run by your business, those sorts of things. If depending on whether we're looking at career or finances for you in particular, it can talk about corporate meetings and all those sorts of things. But I feel for a lot of you, this is actually just letting you know to be a little bit more sociable. So if we're looking at within your workplace or within your career, to involve yourself a little bit more on a social aspect, with your co-employees, with your bosses, with your employees, whatever the situation is for you, to involve yourself a little bit more socially. So, if I want to say, Leo, if you're like the boss or whatever, take everyone out for a coffee and donuts or something like that. It's a very auspicious time for, social sort of meetings, and it will actually help further, things for you at this time. So others of you, this is talking about, if we're looking at a more financial aspect there, it's talking about, getting some sort of social involvement, some public sort of involvement in financial side of things. So, things like, seeking out, a financial advisor or an accountant to help you sort of work through some things on a financial aspect. Asking friends and family to, do you have any financial advice for this or that? So it does ask for a bit of social involvement and involving yourself a little bit more, on a social level. So that's sort of really coming through strongly, that it's just pretty much about social involvement for you guys at the moment. And in the near future, we do have the octopus. Okay, so that is a super interesting energy when it comes to you, career and finances. Okay, because an octopus has 8 legs, so it really does talk about putting your little tentacles in different pots, so to speak. So stretching yourself out a little bit further, basically. So that, I feel as though that might be linked for a lot of you, that might be linked with that social stuff. So maybe helping multiple people within the workplace, reaching out to multiple things, trying different things, because we do have the multitude comes through with the octopus energy, but it also does have a very a very strong vibe of intelligence. Okay, and using your intelligence in the near future. All right, because a lot of people, octopus are very, very smart. They will find their way out of anything. So if you are put in tight spots as well, if you're put in a tight spot in the near future with money or your career, remember that you are that octopus. Okay, so really take on that vibe of the octopus, where you can climb out of any hidden spot, you can get out of anything. That octopus energy is very, they can fit through the weirdest gaps. They're so smart. They can actually like climb out of tanks that have got lids on and things like that. Octopus are so smart, and so using your intelligence to help you, put your hands in multiple things. Maybe you're going to have lots of tasks upcoming, in your job role, those sorts of things. It's really being, very multitasking, and also very clever about the way that you're multitasking. All right, so intelligence and then the multitasking factor are the main things coming up in the near future, for job, career, and finances. All right, so from a financial aspect, it can definitely talk about, not just putting all your eggs in one basket. All right, so if you're making investments or those sorts of things, don't invest in just one thing. Invest in up to 8. All right, so maybe 8 small investments instead of one large investment, or even just on a smaller level. If you're not having the best finances, start putting $8 away every time something happens, whatever your preset parameters are. Put $8 away, $80 away. It's a really good spot to start, using that octopus logic, so to speak. And maybe even too, like, I want to say, even if you're trying to save money, maybe actually splitting up where your savings are kept as well. So you've got like a savings that you can't touch, as well as a normal savings, because I am just getting that vibe that we need multiple. It's coming through really strong with this octopus. All right, so once again, don't put all your eggs in one basket. All right, so even if it's just small time savings, even if you're someone like me and you do weird things like hide money from yourself in your own house, don't hide it all in one spot. Hide it in 8 different spots. All right, so if someone randomly is in your house and takes some money, it's not all of it that's gone. You know what I mean? So just taking that on board in the near future when it comes to your career and finances, guys. 8. And 8 feels quite important, just in general as well, with that octopus card, like 8. So multiplying everything by 8, and maybe your money will multiply by 8 in return as well. All right, but we'll have a look at, your physical reality and your health. Okay, anything Leo needs to know about their physical reality or their health, please? Is there anything Leo needs to know about physical or health, please? Okay, so we do have the candle coming through, Leo. So that does talk about, you're burning the candle at both ends, so to speak. It's pretty straightforward with a health message that, you're leaving your candle burning. You're not allowing yourself time to rest. All right. So make sure you are allowing yourself time to rest, Leo. You are burning too brightly, or you're burning too brightly. You're burning the candle at both ends. You are this eternal flame that's not stopping. You need to stop and chill and take some rest. Even if it's just an hour a day or an hour every second day, take some time to rest. Okay, because that's going to be important for your health. If you do have any pre-existing conditions, stop burning the candle at both ends, guys. You're trying to take on too much. All right. So even though we're seeing that multitasking, still making sure that one of those tentacles is set to, make sure you are resting as well. So even if you're, got all your tentacles out in all these different things, make sure that you still are allocating your time so that you can have time to rest. All right. So, and even if that's, just setting aside 15 minutes a day just to, you know, have a quick stretch or a meditation, yoga session, whatever does it for you there, Leo. Setting, 10, 15 minutes aside each day just to stop and chill. All right. And especially too, if you are someone who is, multitasking and doing a lot of things, even at different points during the day, do one thing and then stop. Allow yourself 5 minutes as like a reward for doing that task, and then 5 minutes to just stop. Even if you just sit there and look at the wall for 5 minutes, Leo, like allow your body time to rest, okay, before you jump back up and do other things. All right. So we'll move on to love. Okay. Firstly, I'll grab a card in regard to non-romantic love for you, Leo. Anything important going on for Leo with non-romantic love? So this is like your friends, your family, people that you love, but not romantically. Leo, non-romantic love. We do have the beetle coming through. So the beetle does talk about working as a team. So, maybe making yourself a little bit more available, or vice versa, relying on other people's support a little bit more. There is an energy with the beetle where it's, you're quite armored up at the moment. They do have a lot of armor, the beetle energy. So it's maybe letting down that armor, that wall that's stopping you from asking people for help and things like that. It's really talking about teamwork at the moment. So really working with a team, as a team with people in your life that you do care about, that in a non-romantic way, working as a team with those people at the moment. All right. Now, romantic love for our Leos, please. What's going on for Leo with romantic love? Okay, very interesting, Leo. We do firstly have the fish coming out. So when we're talking about romantic love, that does talk about an abundance of opportunity when it comes to romantic love. So even if this is only one person, there is definitely a wealth of love available to you from that person. But for some of you, this is definitely talking about, there's plenty of fish in the sea. There's lots of little fishies swimming around you, Leo. So lots of opportunities when it comes to love at this time. So if you're not connected to anyone in particular, there's lots of options actually available to you. So, it's going to be up to you, I suppose, Leo, who and what options you do sort of take. We also do have the book. So brand new chapters opening for you like we saw, a lot of opportunities around you at the moment when it comes to love, a wealth of opportunities when it comes to love around you. And these are going to be starting a new chapter in your life. It's kind of like the story hasn't even been written yet, Leo. So open up that book and, allow those new characters to come on in and see where that story leads. It's a very, into the unknown, taking a leap and just watching the story unfold for yourself there, Leo. There is so much opportunity around you at the moment that, it's definitely time to open that book and start writing that story for yourself of where you want love to go, all right? And opening that door, once again, like I said, opening the book, starting the new chapters, opening the doors, unlocking the key to your heart, allowing yourself to start walking through those doors that open for you. The key is all about success, okay? So these opportunities are successful opportunities, all right? So we are seeing a lot of opportunities around you and a lot of success on the other side of you opening up to the idea of love and opening up to this brand new chapter in love for yourself. And once you walk through those doors, success is on the other side, all right? That's beautiful, Leo. All right, so we'll grab a couple of the romantic fairy cards for you as well. Leo, what's going on for Leo with romantic love, please? Okay. So I feel when I did say too there, we've got multiple fishies in that sea swimming around you, Leo. I've pulled three people out. I was asking, I was trying to just get a general sort of idea of what's going on with these new chapters, but I've actually picked up on three separate energies with these cards. I can feel that they're all different people. All right. So one of them, we have tease. All right. So the energy is fun and light-hearted, but uncertain. All right, so that's like somebody who, it's fun and it's fun to be around this person, but you just don't know if it's going to go anywhere. Really, like it's going to be up to you, though. I feel like with that key, there that it definitely, it could just be a short-term fling if that's what you're after, Leo, but it definitely could actually become more if that is what you're after as well. All right, because I do feel as though with that particular energy, I feel as though the uncertainty is only on you. And it's only up to you to decide whether you just want this person for the short term, for the long term, or not at all. So it's really going to be up to you. But there's definitely someone coming in where it is fun and lighthearted and you enjoy spending time with this person. We do have, I'll leave that one until last. I'll show you this next one too, because this is, potentially someone you want to avoid, okay, Leo, because this is a third party card coming through there. And that does say you may be dealing with a karmic situation. All right, so whoever this person is, they may still be dealing with somebody. They may I don't feel as though, it's to the point of, they are actually having a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever. I feel as though they're still just energetically dealing with somebody. They're still in love with somebody else. And I feel as though you'll be able to pick up on that energy anyway. And you'll be kind of like, there's something just not quite right. And it will feel different to this tease energy because, it won't be quite as fun as that energy. That person's, a very fun, exciting type energy, adventurous type energy. This one, I feel like it's a bit more serious energy. And you're going to sort of feel like, why do they seem so like you will pick up on the fact that there's something going on under the surface that they're not really talking about. You'll pick up that why do they, sometimes they just like look off into space and seem, their energy seems to be quite sad. Um, So if you pick up on that energy, that may be what's going on. They may still be connected to somebody else energetically, still kind of in love with somebody else. They may even tell you outright, I've still got feelings for my ex, or they may talk a lot about an ex-partner. Now that I'm saying that, I'm getting the vibe that it'll be somebody who talks about their ex-partner. Okay, and I encounter this thing sometimes, Leo, where it's like, if like I went on a date with somebody, and the whole time I was on the date with him, he was talking about his ex, and it was in the most, like, in a horrible way, talking about how crazy she is, how effed up she is, how she did this and she did that, and she was horrible, and she is still horrible. And do you know what stood out to me about everything that he was saying? The only thing that I thought about this ex of his was, I wonder what her side of the story is, because I bet you it's completely different. And I bet you that it's not a fact of she was crazy. I bet you it was this guy drove me crazy. As you can imagine, we didn't have a second date after that. But yeah, it's that sort of energy where, they'll be talking a lot, and not necessarily in a positive way about their ex. And when someone's holding on to feelings that strong, they're still holding on to feelings. Um, you know, Negative or positive, they're holding on to those feelings. All right. So it's a bit of a indication. All right. But then the third energy we've picked up on for you, Leo, I have the marriage card. Okay. So wedding bells are ringing, it says there. Now this is not necessarily marriage as in, church and steeple rings and marriage. This is that marriage, that coming together of people, people that, someone who you can have a long-term relationship with. Of course, if you do have a long-term goal of marriage, then it definitely would be that as well. So this is the third person coming through for your energy, that there's straight away, there's immediately that opportunity for you and this person to come together in a long-term situation. All right, so you've got some choices ahead of you when it comes to love, Leo. Just avoid that third party. Like I said, I'm hoping for your sake, Leo, that's a case like it was for me, where you can pick up on that really quickly and be like, there's no second date here, sorry, see you later. And focus on those other two, and work out which one you want to sort of pursue. Okay, because you've got options here, Leo. And that was just, I only pulled 3 cards. Who's to know how many more options would have come out of that deck if I had have kept pulling, because we did have that fish card, and I am, intuitively feeling that there is at least one other option hiding in that deck, but I'm not going to pull it. We'll leave that for another time, okay? But that's what I have for you today, Leo. Let me know in the comments if any of these, people are around your energy already, if you know who any of those people might be, or what's going on, anything that you resonated with. Let me know. Of course, if you didn't resonate, you're more than welcome to check your other placements. But hopefully I'll see you all again soon.